Both PrimeNet upper, both Boost technology equipped, both EVA plugs equipped. So what is the difference? And which one's better? Yo, what is up guys, it's Leo, and today we got the NMD R1 and NMD R2 to look at and determine which shoe is better overall. We got the tricolor NMD to represent the R1 family and the trace cargo to represent the R2. Appearance wise, it's pretty obvious what separates the two. However, we are here to address the differences and determine which shoe is better. So without any further ado, let's begin. Both shoes still rock that colored PrimeNet upper, but one of the distinct factors between the two is the pattern of the PrimeNet. On the R1, we see a glitch pattern PrimeNet, and occasionally we see a solid color. On the R2, we see a dash line design that has a 3D effect to it, and also an embroidered feel to it. On top of that, the R1 eyelets do not carry over to the R2s. Instead, the R2s have a lacing system that is built within the PrimeNet. Functionality, R2s have a more effective lacing system than the R1s in my opinion, but then again, they are both PrimeNets, so lacing them isn't a big difference. Now towards the back, Adidas kept a heel cup and pull tab combination from the R1, however on the R2 we get a slight modified heel cup. We are provided a suede material with slits near the top and bottom of the heel cup where the pull tab is then looped in, and this gives us the ability to play around with the pull tab. And honestly, I don't know why this feature is in here. I actually like it. If anything, it's all aesthetic reasons, but it's alright. Let's move on. Looks wise, it's all about preferences, but personally, I love the R2 pattern. It's something unique, but not over the top. And I'm sure as Adidas rolls out more R2 models, that pattern will then change or be modified. As I mentioned before, both models are Boost technology equipped, meaning the midsoles on both the R1s and the R2s are made out of Boost. However, the midsole is where we find the biggest difference between the two. Besides the Boost, NMDs are well known for their EVA plugs. R1s have the rectangular plugs placed on either side of the heel and on the forefoot lateral side. Honestly, I do not feel any benefit or functionality from the plugs of the R1, but they do improve the shoe aesthetically. Now onto the R2s. It is very noticeable that the heel and forefoot section of the midsole is missing something. Instead of a rectangular EVA plug, the R2s have vertical lines engraved within the Boost midsole in place of the plugs. But what is an NMD without the EVA plug? So keeping the NMD's feature, Adidas placed the EVA plug on the medial side of the heel area. However, this time it is shaped differently and is much larger. What I noticed from the plug of the R2 is that it provides support for the inner cage, which we'll get to next. This time the R2s have no insoles. They still have no insoles. I don't know why Adidas don't put insoles in their NMD lines. Is it to save materials? I honestly don't know. If you guys have any idea, please leave it down in the comments section below and let me know. I would really love to know. Anyways, yes, the R2s still don't have any insoles, but this time, they do have an inner arch support. Like the R1's inner plastic heel counter, the R2s also have this feature, but this time it extends further out to provide support on the arch of your foot. And the medial plug assists on the R2's arch support as it is placed further away from the heel in comparison to the R1's. Now, let's rewind it back to the midsole part. The reason why I'm saying this last is because it ties in with the overall comfort of the shoe. Except for the inner arch support and medial plug of the R2, everything else are just aesthetic differences that have minimal to no effect to the overall feel of the shoe. But going back to the Boost midsole, most of the differences are felt in this section. The Boost is much thicker on the R2 and is much more prominent than the R1. Now, functionality, this is where the two differ by a lot. The Boost that is equipped on the R2 is noticeably softer than the R1. In my opinion, the rectangular EVA plug of the R1 mutes the soft cushioning around the plugs, thus resulting in a much firmer Boost midsole. Whereas in the R2, the absence of one EVA plug and the placement of the medial plug avoids the firming effect on the Boost. Now, I don't know if the shape of the medial plug of the R2 plays a role into how the Boosts differ, but it is undeniable that the Boost of the R2 is much softer. Of course, this translates on feet, resulting in a much more comfortable walking experience on the R2 compared to that of the R1. Overall, the looks and designs of the R2 are based on preference, Like I said, I like the pattern of the R2 and I love this particular colorway. I love how the black and olive kind of work together, but I've seen some particular colorways that do not suit my taste. The R1s have set the bar when it comes to design and colorway, so the pressure is now on the R2. I feel that Adidas will do just fine with the R2, especially that now it's being implemented with different models, and recently we just saw the collaboration with White Mountaineering when they used the R2 models, and I must say that's a must-got. I still have yet to get my hands on the navy colorway from White Mountaineering. I think that's a very clean shoe, and comfort-wise, I'd say the R2 is much better. Overall, the R2 is a great shoe. It's a big improvement when it comes to comfortability compared to the R1. Adidas did it right. However, R1 will still remain as an iconic shoe because of its popularity, hype, and innovation in materials. However, in my opinion, the R2 is much better than the R1. And of course, I would love to know you guys' opinion. Let me know down in the comment section below if you think R2 is better than the R1 or the R1 is better than the R2. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. And once again, my name is Leo, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.